For so many years, I've been like a ghost. I could hear and see everything, but it was as if I wasn't there. I was invisible. Hello, friends. Today I will tell you about the Ghost Man. This is the mysterious story of Martin Pistorius, who survived what many of us would find impossible. Martin Pistorius was born in South Africa in 1975. He fell ill with an unknown disease at 12. One day after returning home from school, the boy felt unwell. After a few days, he became so weak that he almost completely lost control of his body and slept all the time. And a couple of days later, he fell into a coma. Martina was treated for a long time for cryptococcal meningitis, tuberculosis of the brain, but no one ever made a precise diagnosis. The doctors told the parents that if he does come to, he will be mentally deficient, and they should take him home to die. But he lived. The boy spent more than a decade at home. Everyone thought he had lost all connection with the outside world. However, Martin claims that he regained consciousness a couple of years after he fell ill. Externally, I was completely unresponsive. I was in a virtual coma, but the doctors couldn't diagnose the cause, Pistorius said. No matter what treatments were tried, there was no effect. I was lost on Earth and no one could save me. At some point at the age of 17, Martin fully regained his consciousness. The boy realized the harsh reality of his situation. He was trapped, marooned on a deserted island within himself. His only companion were his gloomy thoughts, eating away all the remaining hope. It's like a cold, ominous, disappointing, and frightening feeling that engulfs every cell in the body, Martin recalled. As if you're a ghost, watching life from the sidelines, but not participating in it, and no one knows that you're there. One day, Martin heard his mother say in a fit of despair that it would be better if he were dead. It hurt him to hear this, but he understood that she said it because she considers herself a bad mother and can't cope. The only one who believed in the boy until the end was his father. Every day, the father washed and fed his son, dressed him, and gave him massages. He was a big man, like a bear, with a huge beard like Santa Claus, but his hands were always gentle. Inside, I was desperately screaming at him, "Dad, I'm here, can't you see?" But he didn't notice me. The only outward manifestation was a muscle twitch in one elbow. The movement was so small that I knew my father would never notice it. Rage filled me. I started to gasp for air. "Are you okay, my boy?" Dad asked, hearing my ragged breathing, and looked up. All I could do was stare, praying that my silent despair somehow became noticeable, Martin recalls. I constantly exercised my brain, mentally solving puzzles. One day, one of the medical staff finally saw a spark of life in Martin's eyes. Gradually, he began to recover. Now he can talk using a computer that voices what he types. Having gained the ability to communicate, the man's spirits lifted. He was able to finish college and got a job at a web company as a designer. In 2011, Martin Pistorius' book, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, was published. Not long ago, Pistorius fell in love with his sister's friend Joanna and married her. Now he lives a fulfilling life in the United Kingdom with his wife. "I'm happy with who I am," says Martin. "Life can change so quickly. It's important to appreciate what you have at this moment. I think we should take an example from such people. Not everyone could go through something like this and not break. Share this story with your friends. Perhaps it will help some of them to sharpen their spirit, tune in for the better, or start living anew. After all, everything is in our hands. And see you soon!"